Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords. Currently playing ranked mode up in Lord of Whitespire. Gonna pick up Tusk. I think is my favorite turn one pickup nowadays, or Tiny. Tusk or Tiny, both really good. I think Warriors are very, very strong in the meta right now, and I'm always happy to get off on the right foot, picking up some Warriors. Let's take a quick scout around here, and we've got a couple people on Bounty Hunter, a couple other people on Warriors, and somebody undecided so far. Looks like they're gonna pick up Tusk. Cool. So I had a pretty good weekend this past weekend with played in a couple of tournaments and got first place in the Dota Fire weekly tournament, and I managed to get fifth place in the Advocate Invitational tournament, which my last video was about qualifying for the grand finals, but then kind of underperformed. I think I got fifth place in the grand finals out of 8. I was hoping to do a little bit better, but congrats to 1437, who actually took down that entire tournament. He played very, very well, so no shade be thrown there. I can't feel upset about losing to somebody playing that well. All right, gonna pick up, I guess, Enchantress. This pack kind of stinks. There's nothing that's really like high priority. A lot of the units that you want to pick up in the early game are like more tanky, more resilient units, just because they naturally will have higher health totals and just like more raw stats. Maybe they have slightly less valuable alliances or other damaging abilities, but the early game is really dominated by raw stats, and guys like Shadow Shaman just don't have a lot of raw stats. Same with Lina, same with Bloodseeker and Drow Ranger and even Enchantress. Just not a lot of raw health and damage there. Gonna pick up the Helm of the Undying. Love that item. Really love that item. Gives you some survivability just from the armor itself, and then the 4 extra seconds just can make or break fights. Here's a couple more Warriors here. I do want the pair of Slarders. I think I might actually just sell off this Tusk to buy the Slarder pair and the Drow Ranger pair. Just having pairs of everything is just really nice this early on in the game. Hopefully we can get one or both of these to 2-star sooner rather than later. I kind of do want Axe, given this situation. I'm not going to break up a pair for it, but like if I had 1 extra gold, I would probably buy the Axe here and want to keep him, because these Drow Rangers and Slarder kind of go into a certain strategy that involves a lot of really low-cost units, and trying to get them all to 3-star, including Slarder, Drow Ranger, Axe, Beastmaster, and so on. Going to pick up the Chainmail here. It's just about as survivable as the Helm of the Undying, a little bit less since you don't have the Undying state. We do get an Axe, and I think I'm going to play it just for the Warrior bonus here. We're going to put the items out like so. I guess the extra armor should probably go on Axe because he has more health. He has 805 health compared to Tiny's 650. So the armor is going to do a little bit more work on Axe than it will on Slarder or Tiny. We want our highest damage dealer, the Slarder, to be the last man alive here. So gonna pick up I guess these two guys. I don't know if we're gonna win here. It's pretty even. They've got slightly better items than we do, since they have 3 items and we have the Embarrassment of Riches, so it looks like they're gonna win it. As I was saying before, the strategy that involves like Drow Ranger, Slarder, Axe, and a bunch of the like 3-star units looks like it's being contested right now by a couple people. You generally want to be looking for how many people have Beastmaster, which there's currently 3 people who have Beastmaster in some capacity. And this one person here, can't pronounce the Russian name, but has Axe and Wind Ranger as well, and Drow and Slarder. So it looks like they're going for that strategy, and because it involves like really heavily rerolling early on, you generally don't want to be fighting somebody for it. If you and somebody else are both going for the same strategy, that involves heavily rerolling for 3 stars, you're both going to struggle to complete it. So we get the Drow Ranger here, so she's the obvious inclusion as our 4th unit. And then I kind of want all of Slark, Queen Pain, Wind Ranger. I think they're all really good units. I really hope we win so that I get the extra gold and don't need to use my reroll, so I won't get another one. Just seeing, looks like we are going to win here. Beastmaster kind of hurt, but as long as Slarder can get another Corrosive Haze off, we should be fine. Or will we? I don't actually know that we will here. I think another spin and we die. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think so. Maybe? Oh, not even close. Nice. Okay, so we can pick up the Slark and the Wind Ranger here. I think are probably the higher priority picks. Actually, I might sell these off by the Queen of Pain, now that I have a couple Assassins as well. Just have a pair of Assassins, a pair of Hunters. There's a 2-star Axe. That was really good. And I think what I'm actually going to do is kind of set my guys back a little bit so that Axe now is super, super tanky. He's going to be, you know, absolutely in the front so that hopefully every opponent aggroes onto Axe to start the fight. I don't really have, don't really want to use my reroll just yet. I want to be saving up my gold and keeping my options open here. Probably not going to go towards Knights. There's already one, possibly two people looking at Knights who have like Bat Riders and whatnot. But Shadow Shaman's just a completely garbage unit, so I guess I'm going to buy these other two with my extra gold. And it looks like we're going to win here, so I will pick up the Shadow Shaman anyway. Next turn, though, I definitely want to sell up to 10 gold. You really want to be hitting 10 gold on round 6 or 7, and then hopefully 20 gold on round 8 if you kind of have a good idea of what you can sell off and what you can keep. Not a lot here. Morphling kind of goes towards the Assassin's strategy. And there's no one else really looking at Assassins, but we don't have a ton for it just yet. Let's sell off units we just bought at the end of last turn, I guess. That only gets us to 9. You know, I'm going to ditch the Hunters because I think there's a lot of competition for Hunters right now, and I want to kind of stay away from Hunters. Even though we do have the Drow Ranger 2-star, that's not like a huge thing that I can't give up. And I don't think Hunters are that great into the late game. They're fine in the early game, but they really rely on having a good start and honestly being relatively uncontested because you're gonna have a much stronger early game, and you want to get a lot of your guys to 3-star, which we're just probably not going to be able to do. We are on a good win streak though, so I can pick all these up, but probably once again I want to sell a lot of them off. There's a Slarter. Okay. Looks like we're definitely not going to get to 20 gold this turn. That's just not really... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I can keep 2 gold worth of something for my bench. I guess I could just keep the puck. Alright, you know what? Let's do it. I can get up to 20 gold. Let's keep the puck because we're going to get a pair of it after interest locks in here. And... I don't know, maybe something along Mage's route. I mean, our initial start doesn't really reflect Mage's, but, you know, with a pair of pucks and no one else really looking towards Mages, like one person has some Ogre Magi's, but other than that, no one has any, like, magic damage dealers to really any, like, substantial degree. So, maybe. Oh, definitely going to lose to this Bat Rider. Bat Rider's untouched is going to deal a ton of damage in our backline. So I got to use this free reroll. I don't really want to buy any of these guys. Let's use the reroll. There's a Shadow Fiend. I guess we can just buy everybody. Shadow Fiend's probably the biggest appeal here, though, because he is a pretty good damage dealer this early on. And there's a second one as well, and a second Lena. I'm not really looking for more axes, because I think... Just a 2-star axe is as far as we're going to go, because axe is generally used in like the other brawny hunter comps, but there's so many people contesting that, I don't want to deal with it. So, Nature's Prophet could also go into mages, but then I don't have enough to get up to 20 gold. Alright, I'm just going to sell off the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet can go into like a mages type build, but not really worth losing extra gold to sit on him for right now, especially when he's going to be so far from coming in. Since hopefully we'll get a 2-star Puck or Lena next, and as well as a 2-star Shadow Fiend, which is going to take up a lot of gold. The problem with the 3-cost units, like Shadow Fiend, is that they like occupy a lot of your gold. Especially if you get a pair of them, but you don't get them to 2-star. I basically have to sit on 6 gold here in order to maintain having a pair of Shadow Fiends, which is, like, Shadow Fiend's good if you get him to 2-star. But... he's also tying up a lot of my gold, just sitting here as 6 gold worth. Like, if I just didn't have Shadow Fiend and I could sell off like one of the Lenas, I would have 30 gold of interest this round. So basically that's kind of costing me 1 gold. But I think that the potential power level is well worthwhile there. So I'm gonna keep them. And creep round coming up here. So I don't want to really change anything. I'm not going to sell off up to 30 gold. Just going to sit here and keep on scouting around. So we got one person kind of going elusives, one person going like warriors of some variant. Us who's kind of looking towards a mages switch. 2 people on hunters, 2 more people on warriors, 1 on bloodbound, and a knights player at the bottom of the table. So relatively uncontested on mages, so that's kind of good. I guess I can buy all these guys. It doesn't hurt because I can just buy them for the same cost and then resell them for the same cost that I bought them for. No reason not to. Just if I randomly get, 2 more bounty hunters or something, I would just pick that up and play it. But more than likely, I'm just going to sell them off here in a second. So these are pretty good items for mages. We've got Brooch of the Aggressor and Arcane Boots, both really good for a mage's build. I think Arcane Boots probably has the biggest upside because it'll give a nice AoE kind of magic damage boost. And there's a Lena and double Ogre Magi. So let's sell off these extra things that I don't really want. Let's get up to 30 gold and let's sit on 30 gold for this round. And then we're going to buy the upgraded Lena and probably swap her in over the Drow Ranger. But I would still probably want to keep the Drow Ranger around for whenever I level up to 6. She would come in if I don't have another 2-star unit. So buy the Lena, buy the double Ogre Magi, and really hope we can keep winning. Oh, this person's already up to 50 gold. Dang. That's impressive. That is a pretty good start from them, I'll say. But looks like our starter should be good. Oh, I don't know. Are we close? Yeah, we got this. Oh yeah, and he had the Helm and 9. We were definitely good. Even if he died, we would get the win in the overtime there. All right, so let's get Drow Ranger in, and actually Drow Ranger. This might just be better than the Shadow Fiend actually. There's a Razor and a Morphling. So here once again we see the problem of having like pairs of Shadow Fiends is that if I didn't have them, I'd be at 40 gold. So it's costing me more and more gold every turn. But I think I'm okay with that because they are so powerful. If I do hit them to 2-star, it's going to be a really big power spike, and it has the potential to be a really good late game unit as well. I'm going to get the Morphling and Razor. I don't think I'm going to go towards Scrappies because I already have kind of... generally, if you're going like Scrappy Mages, you start with Scrappies and then go into Mages because you generally just want... you want like 4 Scrappies and then 3 Mages. Whereas I have some of the other Mages that kind of incline me to go towards 6 Mages. The Lena in particular. Ogre Magi, Puck. Well, I guess Puck kind of goes into both. But Shadow Fiend doesn't necessarily work well with Scrappies because you're going to be so tight on trying to fit as many Scrappies in as possible. That I think we're going to go towards a 6 Mages type build. Not really towards like 4 Scrappies, 3 Mages. Because we didn't really have that early 2-star Timbersaw or something, because we had the Warrior start instead. There's some Pucks. I like Puck. The question is... You know what, let's do it. Let's put that in over the Drow Ranger here. Because I kind of want to level up to 6 on this turn, but just the math just doesn't work because I have been losing some gold by holding these Shadow Fiends that maybe I'm already too committed, but I think this makes sense. And I really do want to put another mage in. So probably not going to go back to this Drow Ranger. I'm going to buy this Puck, and I'm going to level up for next turn. And I really want another mage because a lot of our damage is magic damage. We still win this. Okay, that's good. We were down a unit, but we still got the win. So we don't need to use the reroll until start of next turn when we get to reroll on 6, basically. So I want to put in like Ogre Magi. He's probably the the best kind of frontlining mage right now because we want just a little bit more resilience in front. Oh, there's another 2-star puck. Hello there. Yes, please. That might be worth just breaking up the Warrior Alliance for, if I'm being honest. The idea might be we just break up the Warrior Alliance here because double pucks, and one of them has an Arcane Boot, so basically both of them are going to cast really quickly in the fight because one of them gets up to 30 mana and then immediately gets up to 55, and you see how quick they cast. And that's just like a huge chunk right away that, like, this is totally worthwhile, losing a little bit of tankiness up front, I think. I only barely beat them. But this person was on a massive win streak. They were on a 7-round win streak, so we did disrupt their 8-win completed win streaks. That was really good. That was really good. Probably going to get rid of the Drow Ranger here in a moment. Oh, it's a creep round. Okay. And there's our Shadow Fiends. Okay, this is coming together. There's also a lot of Scrappies here, which I think we're far enough away from wanting Scrappies, though, because we have so many mages we want to play that we don't really want to switch into Scrappies. And we have some warriors already, so we have some frontline at the moment. I still think against the creep round this makes the most sense, this lineup. After the interest locks in, we'll buy the Shadow Fiend, buy the extra one, and we'll just use our reroll. As soon as we want to use the reroll whenever there's 5 things that we don't want, so that we can maximize our blacklisting capability, so that right now only Bounty Hunter, Timbersaw, and Tinker would not show up, but next round there's potential we get other kind of bad units that we don't want, and I want to be able to get rid of those. We're definitely never going to put this Drow Ranger back in, so let's sell her off. And since we're in a win streak, there's kind of an argument to like leveling up to 7 here on this turn. Don't really want Fall from Grace because I do like having the human bonus. I kind of just want to level and put the Shadow Fiend in. I think that would just really ensure that we get the win streak. And I guess I'll sell off the Tiny just to make sure I stay at 40 gold. He's the least likely one to come back in. We may look at Viper. I mean, Viper is still a reasonably good frontliner with the Dragon bonus and his magic resist, but he definitely... his ability is a little bit worse now than it used to be because it doesn't always hit the target. If the target moves away, then it's like kind of wasted. Whereas before it was like it would always hit the target, and like I guess he could hit somebody who's just about to die, but that was less likely and they're about to move away. Okay, so we complete the win streak. We get to, or we don't complete it, but we continue it. Meaning we just we lost 1 gold of interest to do that, but we got to continue on with our win streak. So it kind of makes up for it. I just really reduced any chances that we didn't complete the win or continue the win streak. There's another puck and a Tide Hunter. Now, Tide Hunter's not really my favorite unit to throw in here, but he could work with some of these guys. So what I want, like 6 mages plus Shadow Fiend plus like Dragon Knight, Viper. All right, so not Morphling. You know what? I'm actually not going to play Viper. I'm just going to sell it off. I don't... Because I have the Shadow Fiend, that's going to occupy a spot, assuming I get a 3-star Shadow Fiend, which is definitely the goal. Assuming I get a 3-star Shadow Fiend, it's definitely a goal to get, to not have to play, the Viper. Petlin was at 14 health. That was really close. Just barely survived that one. I don't think I said that right. I think so. If we want to play Shadow Fiend, we just don't have enough spots to play a scaled bonus, and I don't even think I want a scaled bonus because there's no one else looking at mages. So like, I don't really care to get a scaled bonus here. We can use the reroll hopefully next turn, unless there's something else we want to buy, because then we'll be in excess of our gold here, excess of 50. Yeah, see, there's nobody here we really want, so let's use the reroll now. Still not really anybody we really want. Necrophos is like okay, but not great. I think he's okay in the early mid game of mages, but he definitely is not really doesn't really deserve a late game spot. So I don't think I'm going to go for that. I think we win this. I don't know. That's that opponent on 6 warriors. Yeah, they've got 6 warriors and scaled, so it'll be a little tough. Lena should zap somebody. Oh, doesn't quite kill him. Uh-oh. Come on, you got this. Oh no, Lena died. No. Oh, there goes our win streak. They leveled to 8 and had a really good build. I mean, there were a lot of 1-stars in their build, but they had the 6 warriors, they had Heartless and Scaled and Warlock. Like, that went really well for them. Darn it, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping we could complete the win streak there. I thought we were strong enough to do it, but could not quite finish the job there. Okay, let's pick up another Lena. Don't think I really want Nature's Prophet. I'm looking around and there's somebody else who already has 2 pairs of 2-star Nature's Prophet, so like it's going to be a little hard to get a Nature's Prophet up to 3-star in this build. So I think we're going to stick with like Shadow Fiend if we get him to 3-star, plus 6 mages, plus like Dragon Knight, and maybe a Viper, or maybe a Tide Hunter, or something. Some other 9th unit. Because we do want to get up to level 9 often with this build, because that's kind of the sweet spot for finding a Lich. If you're below that, if you're below level 9, it'll be hard to find a Lich. Gonna lose here. That's a little unfortunate. We're about to hit level or round 20, so we're just gonna spend our excess gold here to level up. We're just gonna level to 8. I could actually do it before the round, because I might want to just like rush up to level 9. I've got a lot of gold. Let's just rush to level 9 starting next round. So there's a 2-star Ogre. I can throw in probably a second Shadow Fiend. Oh no, there's the Demon Bug is still in the game. Oh, that's annoying. Where demons don't actually work the way you want them to. Let's get the Warrior bonus in, and I'm probably just going to pump in gold to get to level 9 for next turn. Do I want Kunkka or do I want Tide Hunter? Kunkka's better at 1-star, but Tide Hunter gives me scaled bonus. Does that even matter? There's some people who have some magic damage. I don't know. Do I want to pump to 9 right away? Just pumping to 9 just really maximizes the chance of finding Lich. You know what? I'm going to lose some interest for it, but I don't care. I don't care. Octarine Essence? These other options kind of stink. There's 3 tier 4 unit or items here, but they're like the 3 worst. Actually, Friends and Family discount might be good. We got it pretty early. And so like it might actually be relevant with how many things I want to buy. Here I think I'm actually just going to get rid of the Kunkka, buy the Dragon Knight and put him in, because that has the dual bonus of selling the Kunkka for 4 gold to get me up to 20 gold. I can only buy the Dragon Knight for 3. And then it turns on the Dragon bonus, but still keeps the Human bonus, and I still keep the Warrior with my other Warriors. So now we're just going to be focused on getting our gold total back up to around 50. And hopefully we can just pick up cheap units along the way. Cheap units like Keeper of Light, Crystal Maiden. Still haven't seen any Crystal Maidens. That's pretty surprising. And just other mages. Octarine Essence would have been pretty good on a Puck. Definitely would have been good on Puck. But the fact that we got a Friends and Family discount on round 20, and we still have a lot of units we still want to buy. We still want to kind of 3-star Puck, 3-star Lena. We need to find Keeper of Lights, Crystal Maidens, etc. I felt like it was early enough that this would make a meaningful impact on our gold total, especially considering the fact that we did level up really aggressively and dropped our gold a lot. So this kind of gets us a lot of gold right back. So there's a 0 gold Razor, seems pretty good. Just from a magic damage perspective, probably better than the Ogre Magi. And I I don't know. I could have ditched the warrior bonus just so I got the Shadow Fiend in. I don't know if that would have been correct or not. Might have been. Second Shadow Fiend does a lot of damage. Well, this is coming together. We still aren't back up to 30 gold. But I think this friends and family discount is going to save us a lot of gold over the course of the game. So like I could ditch the warrior bonus and just do something like this. Like Slarder is still okay at 2-star, I guess. I kind of want to like drop backwards a little bit here so that I get a little bit more time to walk forward, or people have to walk towards me a little bit. And this frees up my ability to sell off these guys to get up to 40 gold of interest. You know what, let's do it. This might be a touch weaker. I'm not positive. It might be a touch weaker, but I get more gold of income, so I think it's worthwhile. Ooh, 2-star Dragon Knight. Get out of here. It was a 2-star Dragon Knight around 23. I guess that's about the right time for it. Ooh. Ooh. You're not going to lose here. The problem was that we were so stacked up and their frontline moved forward and ours didn't. So the Dragon Knight was attacking our Razor, which meant it was splashing onto the Shadow Fiends and dealt so much damage there. So let's use the reroll. Pick up, this doesn't really matter. Probably not going to play any of these guys. How would we play around that? I guess we have to move Ogre Magi forward a step to really play around that. There's the Keeper of Light. Not really interested in Techies or Medusa. Techies if I was playing Scrappy, definitely. Can I get these guys sold off to get up to above 50 gold? And then we'll buy the Keeper of the Light for next turn. I want to stay at 50. We leveled up aggressively to 9 to get the better odds of finding Lich and also Keeper of the Light. And we found the Keeper. We still haven't found a Crystal Maiden, of all things. That is like really an important mage that we somehow don't have any of. So that's a little surprising. Ooh, our magic damage was not enough. Wow. Wow. Oh, they're at 1 health. Oh. I didn't kill, like, anybody that fight. Holy cow. We dealt a ton of burst damage. Didn't get a single kill. That is something, huh? Sure is something. I don't think I want the Keeper in until he's 2-star. Oh, I need to use the free reroll before we get a new one. Almost forgot. Don't need Slarders. I want to move away from Slarders. He's just like an okay unit. Jeez, that hurt, man. Can't believe we didn't kill anybody there. They didn't even have a scale bonus. They just had the Knight's bonus. Alright. Well, it's creep round here, so after this round is when we're going to really start rerolling a lot, so that we can hopefully find that Crystal Maiden, which we still don't have, which would be our 6th mage, until we find Lich, at which point we can probably replace the Ogre Magi or the Razor. We definitely can afford to replace the Slarder, and even the 1-star Dragon Knight if we need the space. Probably actually going to lose here. Yeah, I think we will. We really need Crystal Maiden against this fight because our guys don't gain mana by missing their auto attacks on the Wild Wings. Wonderful. Normally this fight is like pretty easy for the mages because you gain the mana from Crystal Maiden. I don't gain mana from Crystal Maiden because I haven't found one yet. These items kind of stink. I guess Maelstrom has some good utility because it actually deals magic damage, but it's not ideal. Nothing here. There's another Lena. There's a Gyrocopter. That's a pretty good choice. Another Puck. There's a Crystal Maiden, finally. Alright, let's ditch this. This guy. Actually, could have rearranged to get up to 6 mages, right? Oh, I just need to put in the Keeper Light. Okay, I should have just swapped Keeper for somebody. Probably a Puck here. It's really good to have the Maelstrom on a Gyrocopter because he has very fast attack speed, which means he gets more chances to proc it. So the higher the attack speed, the better. Wait, I didn't kill anybody there? Oh my god, they're all like sub 50 health. If we had the 6 mages, we easily win that fight. Easily. Alright, so I probably actually want the Helm up on Keeper and just throw him up front so that he takes damage and gets to cast while he's in the Undying state. That 4 seconds of Undying there. He'll get to channel his ult and cast it. Don't need Arc Wardens, don't need these guys. Could use a Dragon Knight. We get 1 to 2 star. There's the 3-star Puck. There's a Keeper. Probably going to move away from Razor when I find a Lich. And there's a Shadow Fiend, which I don't have a spot for. So I'm going to wait until the end of the round, buy it by putting somebody out onto the board. So I got to kind of stop here for a second. Ooh, Shadow Fiend still got crushed right away. I guess the Assassins got right on him. Eight damage. Alright, well, we're on a pretty big losing streak, but I think if we can just get the 2-star 2-star Keeper, and we want to find a Lich over this Razor, of course, as well as a 3-star Shadow Fiend. We're very close to a lot of different upgrades. There we go. Literally everything we wanted in the same pack. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess not everything. Don't need more Keepers. And there's the Shadow Fiend. Okay. Okay, that was... I said we were really close to some big upgrades. That was more than I thought. Is it still right to keep Keeper up there? I think so. So we got our 6 mages plus Gyro, Dragon, Shadow Fiend, which I think is fine. Good combo. I should... Yeah, I think Helm of the Undying on Keeper is still fine. It could go on the Dragon Knight because he's really good in the late game, or like in the late parts of the fight rather. If he stays alive for 4 more seconds, he gets more auto attacks off. I could have replaced Ogre instead of the Razor. But I think because we are kind of on a path to 3-star Ogre, maybe I keep it. I don't know if that's right or not. I kind of want to condense a little bit more. Put Lich back a little bit. Puck is going to be very resilient due to the 3-star phase shift, so Puck can stay up on the front line. And same with Keeper. And I want like Crystal Maiden can get hooked if there's a Pudge, because by the time that a Pudge hook goes off, we've already gotten a lot of mana off of it. Ooh. Tidehunter. Get the channel, and boom, they're mostly dead. Mostly dead. Okay, only barely beat him there. That was kind of close. Luckily, because we win, we get up to 40 gold and get interest there. And we did lose over on this board to Refresher Tidehunter. Yeah, that will probably beat us. So how do we deal with this? How do we deal with those kind of builds? Do I need to level to 10 here? It's a creep round, so I don't need to worry too much this round, but let's think. How do we improve from here? Obviously 2-star Crystal Maiden, but I don't think that makes that big of a difference. 2-star Lich would make a pretty big difference if we find a Refresher Orb as well. I kind of want to just put this Chainmail actually back on Dragon Knight. Or if we find like a Moon Shard or Daedalus for Dragon Knight, would also be nice. Lich is not casting right now because these guys are ranged and they don't move towards him, right? I think we're going to lose here. Mages and losing to creep rounds. It's a tale as old as time. It seems like mages always lose to creep rounds. If I would level up, Not saying I will, but if I would, what would I want to get out of it? Probably like a 2-star, another 2-star Dragon Knight. Nothing here. I guess Scythe of Eyes. Mask of Madness is like, I've heard people say they put Mask of Madness on Shadow Fiend 3-star just because auto attack does so much, which I can kind of agree with, but not in this build. Not in this build when we want to actually have him cast for the mage bonus. Alright, so we got the Crystal Maiden upgraded, so that's nice. Can keep rerolling. Maybe I should have been rerolling a bit more aggressively here. I want to buy the Lich, but I'll sit at 50 gold, and then next turn I think we just reroll down like everything, because we're kind of like in 2-shot range. So if I do lose, I'm going to be like, I need to reroll everything, because I'll be very close to being completely eliminated. Looks like we're going to win here, though, so... still, I know there was 2 people that we like only barely beat or did lose to, like the Refresher Tide Hunter. And they probably got a better item than I did. So I am going to be rerolling here these next couple turns, trying to find 3-star Ogre, 2-star Lich, 3-star Lina. If we get all of those, then I'll say, okay, we maybe have time to level up. To kind of sit back and level. Oh, I also want 2-star Gyrocopter, of course. So I should probably buy any Deadeye that I see just to hold it on my bench. Because then that way, I'll get slightly increased odds. I probably don't want these Keeper of Lights, but I'll buy it. See, slightly increased odds of finding the Gyrocopter when you have the Deadeye bonus available to be activated. There's the Lich. I think I'm just going to sell these guys off. Oh, did I get off in time? I don't know if I got the interest in time. Alright, Lena got the cast. I think we win here. Nice! This is the person with the Refresher Tide, and we were able to get it because I think Lena was able to carry. Yeah, 3-star Lena. She deals more damage, so she's actually going to one-shot somebody, and it has a much shorter cooldown. She's much more resilient, so she gets the casts off. So just all-around good stuff. I actually don't think I got to sell the Sniper in time, so I'm going to... I don't think I got the 20 gold of interest. Got to buy another one because the way that Ace works, if you have at least one level of the Deadeye Alliance completed, even if it's just on your bench, if you have it available to be completed, it'll increase the odds. So hopefully we can just find that here, or find the 3-star Ogre. There's the 3-star Ogre. So now I kind of want to put the armor back on the Ogre, because he has a lot of health now. Yeah, screw it. Let's just reroll down. There we go. We got the Gyrocopter, so I can sell off this this Sniper, and now we're good. Now we've got all those upgrades. I mean, it did cost us all of our gold, because we're now down to, like, you know, sub 10 gold. But I think it was worthwhile. Crushing them. All right. Just so much insane damage. Let's take a look. Shadow Fiend dealing a lot, but so is Puck, Lich, Keeper. Everybody's pulling their weight. Ogre Magi is at least tanking for quite a while. And having Keeper of Light up front with this helm is really nice. He dies, but then he gets to cast right away. All right, so it's down to just a 1v1 here. I think that was the person we... Oh, no, it's not this person we just played against. Or was it? I'm not sure, but I think what we can do is probably throw the Gyrocopter off to this side, and hopefully bait like the Disruptor ult over there. Maybe throw Lina over there too. Maybe keep Lina in. I want to benefit from the Puck boots here. And let's watch. Hopefully just Disruptor. Oh no. Pudge Hook happened. I forgot about Pudge Hook. That's still okay. We still win here. Is that enough to beat them? Oh, that's definitely enough. Do they have an Aegis? They do not. All right. 6 mages taking it down. So yeah, wow. We got all the upgrades we were hoping to find. And I really do think that Friends and Family Discount was a pretty good pickup this game. That was pretty nice. Typically, I don't like Friends and Family Discount. But when you get it on round 20... and you still have a lot of units left to find. Like, we had a lot of mages we still wanted to buy, a lot of other things, and the options on that round were pretty limited. So the fact that we were able to get that, find all of those upgrades, because we had cheaper units to buy, it saved us a lot of gold over the long run. So mages, great. A lot of warriors, also pretty good, but they do really need that scaled bonus to be able to contest warriors, which the second place person actually did not have. So that might have been their downfall there. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.